Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to this week's book review. Now today I am showing you Julie Oparka's Crochetopedia. I think I've said it correctly. Which was printed by Bloomsbury back in... Oh, let's hunt for the date. 2013 this was first published. So come on and let's go and have a look. Okay, so as I said, this was first published in 2013 and was priced at any idea? Any idea? Okay, pause. Right, so after a little bit of searching through the book, I could not find it printed on the actual book, so I'm having to go by what the library would charge me if I destroy it or lose it, which is £19.99. Okay, now this is a very awkward book for me. Okay, so it's a binder style. I'm not used to working with these and I can be a bit heavy-handed. So gonna have to be really careful on this one. Righty ho, and let's move it over. Right, we're going to jump straight through to the first page, which is our contents. Okay, so our contents and everything, we have our introduction, yarn and fibres, yarn weights, crochet hooks and equipment, yarn label, substituting yarn, washing and care essentials, as well as blocking. They move on to a different techniques section, lots of techniques labelled there. Then we come over to a project selector, and it gives us some different ideas there. Intermediate projects, advanced projects, stitch directory, charts, understanding chart symbols, resources, index and acknowledgements, and then picture credits. So I'm not too sure about this book at the moment. Okay, so introduction. Crikey, they're going into early history and known history about the craft. Published crochet patterns began to appear in the 1840s, most notably in England by a lady called Millie Eleanor. I'll write her name on the screen. I've actually heard about her recently. I know of another YouTuber that likes to play around with really old crochet patterns. Oh my gosh, they are so confusing. Be like me trying to write a crochet pattern without any knowledge. Okay, then we come on to a section about modern crochet, and we have got a very classic style jumper there. Sorry, not a jumper. Was it a cardigan? Okay, and then they move on to yarn and fibres, and they're talking about animal fibres first, plant fibres, and then synthetics. Then they go into a yarn weights, and of course if you double it up, what happens? Crochet hook and equipment, other equipment that you may need, including of course stitch markers, row counters and yarn bobbins. Okay, then they talk about yarn labels, and here they've broken down a rowing hand knit cotton label. Now please remember, this is quite a few years old, so Some of the information on here will either not be on labels anymore, or will have been slightly changed, or even had more stuff added to it. But it does give you quite a nice idea, because it's talking about the washing machine, do not bleach, warm iron, and all the sort of stuff that we normally say to the camera and to you guys when we show you yarns that we've purchased. Okay, then they're talking about substituting yarns and how to calculate how much of a substitute yarn you will need. I need to come back and read that. Then we've got washing and care essentials. How to read a pattern. So here we go. They've got a little chart of abbreviations over the side here. They're also talking about the punctuation, meaning where people have put round brackets, where they put square brackets, and even down to an asterisk, and explaining how within their book they have used those symbols to represent different things that you need to do. Wow. And then they are talking about crochet symbol crochet charts worked row by row, and also charts worked in the round, measuring tension, holding the hook and yarn, making a slip knot, foundations and turning chains. Lots of examples and there. Basic stitches. Let's scoot through. Are we going to find any patterns in here? I don't know. Increasing and decreasing. Oh, I did see something there. And joining new yarns. Weaving in ends, seams, and they have covered the mattress stitch seam, the top seam, the back stitch seam, and the whip stitch. They seem to be the go-tos for the English books. Then we have got edgings, a slip stitch, double crochet, a reverse, a double crochet, better known as the crab stitch, and of course a shell edge, ruffle edge, and a picot edge. And then they've shown a blanket. Now they're talking about buttonholes and button loops, working in the round. Okay, textured stitches, clusters, bobbles, pearls, bobbles and puffs, popcorns, post stitches front and back, lace and open work stitches, chevrons, waves and spikes. I'm getting bored now, can you tell? Sorry gang. Loop stitches and how to make them, and then how to cut them. I cannot read that. Rishtakan stitches, I don't know. It's formed by working loops of a chain stitches across a row of stitches, working left to right. The work is never turned like the loop stitch. This stitch can be used to resemble animal fur. Okay, didn't know that one, can't even pronounce it. I'm sure some of you will break it down for me in the comment section down below. Help a girl out. Okay, then we have a section on colour working for stripes, the jacquard and the Instasia. Then we have motifs, and here they're showing a couple of different motifs. Beads and surface crochet, thread and fillet crochet. Section on Tunisian. Broomstick lace. That's my next challenge, I think. A hairpin lace. And different trims. So we've got tassels, we've got fringe, we've got pom-poms. Then they talk about felted crochet. Garment construction, project selectors. Simple projects. I think we finally found some. Okay, these simple projects are the perfect way to get to grips with the basics, with a variety selection of designs to choose from. There is something for everybody. Okay, so they've got a square pot holder, beanie hat, a bow headband, fingerless gloves, a phone cozy, bobble scarf, baby booties, a motif decoration, arm warmers, a flower brooch, and an amigurumi Russian dolls. Oh, I wonder if they actually sit inside each other like the Russian dolls are meant to. We'll have a nose in a bit. Then we have got some intermediate projects, which is a sampler baby blanket, chevron rug, a cushion cover, lacy beret, a lace scarf, starry night placemat, slippers, a felted tote bag, honey cat, a little hen, a couple of amigurumis there. The advanced projects are the broomstick lace clutch, beaded earrings, a harlequin lace wrap, a lacy cardigan, a shell top, a toe up lacy socks, swirl thread bowl, filet thread runner, a Tunisian neck warmer, and a child's unisex sweater. Okay, so here we go. They now have moved on to the patterns. So of course I can't really show you the whole pattern. I'll show you the images though, because I'm nice like that. And so there is the square pot holder. Now I'm going to have to flip between. That is the beanie hat with a pom-pom. There is the bow. The fingerless gloves. I'm actually going to skip 2 pages at a time and then come back on myself. It's going to be easier and safer for the book. Then we have got the bobble scarf, a motif decoration, a flower brooch, the sampler baby blanket, the interstasi cushion, the oh, what was that called? I think I've skipped a page. Yeah, the lacy beret, lace scarf. Oh, let's skip that a minute. It's a pair of slippers. A felted tote bag. That there is the little cat that they were talking about. There's the chicken amigurumi. That is the broomstick lace clutch. I really like that. Then we have some beaded earrings. That is the hairpin lace Mobus wrap. A lacy cardigan. This one here is the top. What was the top called? What was it called? Because I've had to jump pages. That's the shell top. We've got the toe up lacy socks, the filet table runner, Tunisian neck warmer. We're getting there, I think, I hope. Oh, that one there is the child's unisex sweater. Right, so let's skip back to where I cheekily cheated from and go the other way. That was the bow hairband, the phone cozy, baby booties, the arm warmers, Here we go. Here's the Russian dolls. No, they're solids. They don't fit inside each other. Poor advertising there. This is a chevron rug. There is the lacy beret again from a different angle. This is the Starry Night placemats. Unfiltered. I think that is it for all of the patterns that I missed. Okay, and then we come on to a stitch directory. So we've got lots of different style stitches there. We have the how-tos, we have the charts, we have basic stitch combinations, textured stitches. I'm going to scoot through this one. Loop stitches, chevron, wave and spike stitches, because as you can see they've got these set out beautifully if you were reading the book, because it shows you how, tells you how to do it, shows you the chart and shows you how to. But of course I've got to be really careful. We've got advanced stitches, which includes the broomstick and the harlequin lace. Then they come onto motifs, and again beautifully done. I'm safe showing this one a granny. It's a basic granny, but they've got the motifs, they've got how to, and then of course they've got the chart as well. Now they've got lots of different shapes. You have got hexagons, a spoke wheel, a magic square. I don't know what to call it. You've got a half granny square, a star shaped one, and then we move on to edgings. They are talking about the reverse double crochet, which we all know as a crab stitch. We've got a shell stitch, we've got a basic ruffle, a picot edged one as well, open mesh ribbon edge, chain loop fringe, chain arch trim and a spike trim. And then of course we have extra charts for some of the other patterns. Then they come onto the symbols, so it shows us the symbol that they've used within the charts, and also what it's called, along with its full name and abbreviation. Okay, then we go into the resource section, which is where you supposedly can still shop for your yarn. Now please remember that some of these addresses may not be of any use anymore, so it's always worth a good quick look on the internet to see if they're still around. But by the looks of it, they've got Cascade yarns. I'm not sure if they're still with us. Knit Picks, King Cole, Hobby Lobby. They're covering lots of different companies in lots of different countries, which is really quite good. Okay, they even mention Ravelry. And then we have an index with everything that's included within the book, so it's a quick reference for you. Okay, and then the picture credits and everything else like that. Right, now this was published by bloomsbury.com. So I will pop that link in the description box and down below, just on the off chance that they're still printing it. And I will also of course be placing any other links I can find for this book and where you can purchase it in the description box down below. Please remember though, I am in the UK, so I may not be able to find it for your country, but you never know, another crazy may have already found it for you and given me the information to include into the description box. Now if you are crazy enough to go searching for me, that would be really appreciated, and of course I will pop that information plus your name to say that you're the one that found it in the description box down below. Unless of course you don't want to, then just say in your original, don't you be sharing my name, girl. And I will do that for you. Alright, so thank you ever so much for watching today. I hope to see you really soon. So please remember, stay chilled, stay happy and keep crafting. Goodbye everybody.